We got some major news to cover because we got the Bonnaroo After Hours lineup released. I want to talk about that for a minute.
Sure.
What do you guys think?
I think it's terrific. It reminded me, and I have to be honest, I didn't intentionally not want to do the deep dive because I was smart enough to realize that these, there were more schedules.
Something would throw you off. Yeah.
I'm not that smart, but I'm glad we didn't because there's so much more to come. So
there's more coming. Yeah, we've got a Who Stage lineup. We've got an Outeroo lineup coming. There's a lot more to be announced. But yeah, this After Hours Thursday, you've got Dom Dalla, Insane Clown Posse, Joey Valance, and Bray. That's the one that was recommended to us. That was like a Gen Z Beastie Boys.
Yep.
So that's Thursday. Friday, Glass Animals, Tipper, Megadeth, Of the Trees, JPEG Mafia. And then Saturday, Justice. And then that's where they announced that they threw in that Arcade Fire Presents Santa Pirata. And then King Gizzard, of course, Gorgon City, and Crankdat. What do you guys think of Crankdat?
Don't know the first thing about them. The only thing I'll say about this quickly is I haven't digested it completely, because I to Barry's point, I'm still waiting for all the pieces to come out. I don't love all this stuff I want to see being so late. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry to be that guy. If it was one or two, I want to see Glass Animals, Tipper, and Megadeth, and that's all after midnight. And the idea to see 3 acts after midnight in one night, and it's not because I can't. I'm a super night owl, guys. Just because I don't want to go do anything late doesn't mean I'm asleep. It's just, for balance of the day, late night can really throw off of the following day. But I mean, I'm not angry about any of it. I'd like to see Megadeth at 8 o'clock. If I just had to put it that way, that's what I'd rather see.
Probably most Megadeth fans would agree.
At this point, also, I meant to fact check it. Dave Mustaine is 63, in case anybody wondered. Dave Mustaine, the lead singer of Megadeth, is 63.
Yeah.
So yes, he probably also would like 8 o'clock. But I mean, it's impressive.
Yeah.
It is really impressive to just, hey, it's Tuesday, here's some stuff. And then it feels like to me as a community, we didn't chew on it enough. It just, hey, did you see Arcade Fire's going to be there? Okay. I don't know if that's just because Bonnaroo we're just kind of conditioned to just always be excited and happy about I don't know, but I love it. I think it's really
I think it's impressive. Great. There are fewer acts that I don't know anything about than the other. I'm like everybody on Thursday I want to see. I don't know anything much about JPEG Mafia or Gordon City or Crankdat, but everybody else I want to see. So,
I even know Of the Trees because they played one of our local EDM festivals a few years ago. And this JPEG Mafia, I don't know the first thing about them, but I've seen the name all over. So this is just a lot of times we get these here's I don't mean to crap on the Who stage because I love the Who stage, but you get this and I don't know what any of that stuff is, or here's this kind of throw in thing. I'm sure that's fun, but I don't know. This is like a whole nother lineup.
Exactly.
I know.
Exactly.
And a lot of it makes sense. I mean, in ICP, of course, you want to see them late night. That makes sense.
That's like Guar late. I love that.
That's that Guar type thing. And then King Giz, we kind of figured they're going to do at least one late night because they're doing
probably
3
2
shows.
Yeah. Right.
Probably 2. So
we'll see.
Anyways,
but it's a testament to this festival to just throw something out there like that and
there's more coming.
Moving right along. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I start with the Arcade Fire ad, and you guys tell me, it feels like the biggest late ad maybe in Bonnaroo history. I hearken it back to Jimmy Buffett.
It feels like a throwaway. It's like, where did this come from? And
Arcade Fire was one of my favorite shows ever. And so I'm with you. This is like, oh, by the way, are you kidding?
The juxtaposition of what Arcade Fire one night, and then the Black Keys. Arcade Fire doing it with 12 people on stage, and then Black Keys the next night or the night before doing 3 people on stage, doing this, having the same billowing sound and the same full experience was just 2 nights in a row that I thought were just magical. Yes, Miss Taco.
Awesome.
Sorry.
Well, I got to ask you this: what is this an Arcade Fire performance? Because the way it's worded is very weird. It says Arcade Fire presents Santa Pirata.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're
what
being
does that mean?
very
Presents.
Yeah, we don't know. yeah.
I've heard this might be like a DJ act.
It's not a DJ. No, it's not a DJ set.
It's not a
No.
DJ.
Okay. I think
so. What is
I think that Wynn is trying to reset the Arcade Fire narrative, both sonically and maybe personally. But look, I have a tough time talking about Arcade Fire. I spent way too much time with them in New Orleans. They're from New Orleans. They live in New Orleans, not from New Orleans. They live there now. They have such a ingrained existence with the Pres Hall people, with so many people that I adore in that city. Wynn has done a fantastic job being a good beacon for that town. He's got his own crew. You see him at every show. He has never been anything but lovely and kind to me. Really funny, really dry. But there is the obvious, elephant in the room in the allegations that came years ago. And, they're obviously trying to have a new presentation. What that presentation is going to be, I've heard a lot of different things about that. I doesn't really feel like none of it really sticks or makes sense to me. So I would go. And here's the other thing too that makes it so interesting. They're going to present a whole new. I'll put it this way: they're going to have a new presentation of this, and the first time they're going to be doing it is on that stage, right in Bonnaroo. It's going to be one of the first times they present this. That feels risky. The Bonnaroo stage is for something you don't take many risks. It's not
for experimenting.
It's not yeah, for a completely new sound from a very well-established artist. This just has so much it just could go well. It could go wrong. I don't think it's going to. But it's got the feel of this is risky. Maybe that's what makes it so fun. Maybe that's what makes it so interesting for them. Maybe that's what they're trying to look for. But I'm all in on it. I know that
we're not gonna get an Arcade Fire on the Witch stage show like in the past. It's gonna be something
I don't know.
Do you think there would be blowback if they were on the initial lineup or something? Do you think there's any strategic maneuvering to this at all, or am I looking too far into that?
I think if they were on the initial lineup, they would have been completely glossed over. So this gives.
So they're putting the spotlight down.
We are talking about Arcade Fire, and what I anticipate being new music from them this year, anyway. So it's a strategic plan that they have. They're too important. They're too valuable to their management and label for this not to be very, very, very well thought out. If there's anything that Wynn does, it's think things through. So, and sometimes maybe he thinks it too much, but he's not going to do anything on a whim, which makes this kind of exciting. And I dangerous, but exciting.